Well, it's setting that we live right now. We're live on YouTube. You can see it's a good live. But I will adjust this stuff. It's not recording right now. And rather a kind of very situation for the Icon people um, looking out there was a timeline. Those of us who can read and who understand that the timeline was there for years was to build the capacity of the and turn it over to the government. It's almost like Liberia. So what we need pray about is about the Akan people taking responsibility. I think this is all about their country. It's all about, um, you know, when we talk about human rights, we talk about responsibilities, and people don't want to take responsibility because, well, they may be finding themselves into a situation. Well, we want to thank God again for this opportunity. It is an opportunity. Um, well, we want to say to the word again, your humble servant Jarvis Bestman, human rights advocate, human rights strategist, consultant. Actually, I'm kind of here today to raising concern about the Afghanistan situation. We need to raise our voices, especially for the people that are left behind and the people who I finding a way out. And I think the American people have done well. Looking at the timelines of whatever reason for the Afghan state or the Afghanistan situation with the citizen. In other words, the United States on the 9/11 have got involved to help build the capacity of the Afghan government, the national police, the army, to be able to go against the Taliban. Okay, so in order to build that capacity, it depending on the citizen, that means the Afghanistan people. So I want to say, all around the world, human rights actors, we need to advocate for the people, especially for the innocent, the women and children. And but then look at the fact that the American people have done well since the 9/11 situation, and you know about this, the foundation of this whole thing. And needless to to come back here to say everything, because we just want to say to the Afghanistan or the citizen or the Afghan people that look, you got to take responsibility. This is not about just America. America have done the best. Their citizens have died. Money have been spent. So it is, and that's what I say. Human rights is an entitlement to every individual. It has to be protected by law, guaranteed by the state. So what are the guarantee by the state? I'm talking about the Afghan government to protect the citizen, and the citizen responsibility to also buttressing the American people and the allies efforts for the years that they've done well, investing money and lives of people's children and citizens of America. Do you think that American people actually don't love you? They invest a lot in Afghanistan situation with all the with the militants and every other thing that are happening with the Afghanistan situation. We understand, if you look at the entire situation right now, the people of Afghanistan, the citizens, the Afghan people need to take responsibility, because there was a timeline. Let us not forget. Liberians know that during the time of the war, Liberians will have to come together. All the roving faction came together and understood that it was for the purpose of peace that they gave themselves and maintained the peace of Liberia. And today we have peace in our country. Look, let me be realistic. This is about protecting America. This is about the interests of America, that America be protected from anything. So every government, the Trump administration did well. And that was a timeline. The timeline would say that this is where we're going to stop. Now, for some of the reasons, the US government depended on the Afghan government to produce more manpower. And they built the capacity to take over and be able to stop the insurgency of the Taliban. So right now, no need to blame or shed blame, but what we need to do, human rights actors in the world today, we need to keep advocating for the people's rights. Yes, international community as it relates to the economic and social and cultural rights. We look at the fact that there are a situation right now in Afghanistan that need an immediate actually help. So what can we say? This is a situation that the allies and other people that have been caught up. Nobody expected it, but the same citizen. So the bottom line here, as I, give my own position as human rights consultant and strategist, I think looking at the situation, no need about strategizing whatever the American people have done, whatever the government has produced since the 2001 situation, the 9/11 situation that trickled up this whole thing. We need to look at all these events. What led to this? That's the timeline. So if we as citizens of our country fail to take responsibility, why should we do that? All we need to do is pray and continue to encourage the United States government and the people, because people's children, they're serving in the military, and you guys are there. That's your country. You have this strategic place living, and that's where you were born. And you have to take responsibility. And that's where we are when we come to human rights and responsibilities. So look, the Afghan people, I want to say to you, well, we are in sympathy. We are talking about it. We need to talk more, no matter what level we find ourselves, no matter where we are as human rights actors. We need to talk about it, because this is about the people's rights. But then the people need to have responsibilities. It is the Afghan people that found themselves into some of these insurgents. So look, this is about prayer, yes. This is about action. So we'll thank the U.S. government for the past and everything that has been done. But I want to say that we think that there's some other thing that internationally that is going on, and I think it is actually has to do with women and children, it has to do with the life of people, and that's all we can do. Pray and make sure we take the right decision in order to protect the American citizen, because that is a responsibility of all government. Let us not just look at the fact that the Afghan people, I've been, in a risky situation. Let's also look at the risks of the American citizens, especially that went to help you in your own country. Why are we not understanding sometimes, as strategists? I think the bottom line, that's why we're talking about community engagement, is about the people, the citizen of those countries. It's not just about, just talking about issues that has to do with leaving people behind, or maybe not protecting people's rights. No. The American people, the American government, the past government, and every government has done well and continue to do well. We need to buttress the effort as Afghan citizens, not to sit there and allow other citizens to map up and come against our own country. Remember, we have rights and we have responsibility. So all of us, the United States Institute for Diplomacy and Human Rights, our inner circle, and people like Liberians and all over the world. Let's pray for the Afghan people. Let's pray for Afghanistan. The Taliban, we have no right to do what they're doing, but that is a situation from the past they try to regain. Prayer require for actions and robust our action actually to the international community. Yes, you are held accountable to protect the people in the world that are innocent. Let's take actions. It's urgent. It's a matter of urgency. And we stand to say to the Afghan people, we are in solidarity, but you need to take action as citizens of your country.